man, I gained 10 pounds eating the red and the green M&Ms, bro. I gained 10 pounds so quick. On top of it up today, how you brothers been for the week, man?
Oh, we've been good, man.
We've been good.
Good.
Yeah.
We can't ignore the ratings. I mean, this light skin thing is working for me and Derik.
I heard it's more market. Where do we start?
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Let's Chop It Up. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Like and subscribe and tell a friend about four brothers on this YouTube channel. Ring the bell, make comments, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And one of us four will get back to you. So my brothers from another mother, man, another week with you guys, man. I ain't see you guys in 7 days. Well, maybe a little less than 7 days because we all was hooking up this weekend. So, brothers, what's going on with you? Talk to me, Derik.
Hey, man, you know, life is what it is, man. It's all good, man. Again, speaking about this weekend, it was a wonderful time. Had a wonderful time hanging out with you guys, man. Producer Jamie was in town, and yeah, there we go, man. We just had a ball, man. You know, excellent evening. And, you know, yeah, man, look at us, man. You know, y'all brothers still real sharp. Damn, bro. You know, y'all look good. Yeah, I had a great night, man. You know, found out a few things though. Drove in from Long Island. I didn't realize I needed a passport, you know, to park in Harlem, you know, because good Lord, brother, you know what I mean? it was bad.
That's funny.
Yeah, you know, I'm sitting there like trying to find parking for like an hour and a half. You know what I mean? And longer. You know, I found a nice spot right by the projects, but that wasn't going to work for me with my rag top, you know what I mean? My convertible, so I just, you know, I'm a little bougie, I guess. I don't know, man. But
no, you're a little wise. You're wise. You're very wise.
Okay, I take that too. You know, I see the thing. I see some things. So yeah. But I mean, other than that, man, we were good, man. You know, finally found a valet. You know, I finally just bit the bullet and got a valet, man. You know, so it was good. And past that, you know, it was good, man. You know, so yeah, I had a great time. Spent a great time with my family for Father's Day. It was a magnificent time at home, just chilling out, man, and just doing absolutely nothing, man. You know, with family, man. You know, and of course Juneteenth was more of the same.
What up, Shauna?
Hey, Shauna, how you doing?
My brother Juan.
What's going on? Yeah, so yeah, just got on the grill a little bit. A friend of mine was on hand. He baked a 30-pound snapper, you know, which was fantastic. And yeah, it was gorgeous, man. He made 2 of them that weekend, man. It was gorgeous. And just enjoyed being a dad and being a brother in these wonderful United States, man. And looking forward to a little bit more time with you guys tonight, man. So,
hey, Derik, at 30 pounds, that should be like what is it? What is it called? Bluefish?
The snapper. Yeah,
snapper grows up to a bluefish, right?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Fish was beyond me. It was beyond anything that I was capable of understanding, bro. It was fantastic.
Yeah, 30 pounds. He made it.
Yeah, he does this thing, man. They pay him to do this every year. You know what I mean? So he gets paid to do this thing, man. He's the only dude it seems that can really make it like that. One of the very few. Stuff is full of vegetables. Nice. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. It tastes too. So that was what it was like, man. You know, and again, I'm here doing what I love to do with you guys, man. So let's chop it up. What's happening, Rodney? How was your week, man?
My week was good. You know, like we spent a lot of time together with you guys this weekend. Father's Day, we had the meetup, had Dee's birthday get together. There's a lot of stuff going on there. You know, I got to see a lot of people that, were supporters of the show at the meetup. You know, shout out to Kiris and Sharice. You know, it was good to see them. You know, and also at the meetup, walking out, I'm pretty sure that's where I caught COVID because I got COVID right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm Cove. I'm COV, not HOV. I'm COV. So, you know, but I'm all right. I'm fine. It's I just got some mild symptoms other than that. But only thing that sucks about this, I got to be stuck in my basement for like about another 3 days, another 2 days or so. But, shout out to my wife and my kids for taking care of me, putting my food on the steps and getting me the stuff that I need, Nice. So love goes out to my family.
Nice.
But no, I had a great weekend. Other than that, Father's Day was really good for me.
Yeah, thanks for that.
I know this is one of the gifts that I got for Father's Day. Can y'all read that?
Working harder.
Than an ugly stripper. Hey, man.
Harder than an ugly
Listen,
stripper.
man. I love ugly strippers, man.
Yeah. I know D was gonna like that one.
You know what I'm saying? Or they do a lot for a fucking dollar.
They do. They got to do extra tricks that the nice looking strippers don't have to do.
Yeah.
But nah, other than that, man, I had a good time with you guys this week. Jamie came into town. When Jamie come into town, he turned it all the way up.
Yeah.
And that was nice. So shout out to Jamie. And other than that, everything's been good. I've been in the basement for the last 3 days, so I ain't got nothing to report other than that. But how's everything with you, Kelvin?
My man's on the ground. I hear you, Rod.
I'm in the bunker.
You said you was hiding from inflation. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I realized I don't think Rodney got COVID. I think he's trying to tell inflation he got COVID. He hiding out. There's something behind this. That's what it is. Yo, everything is good, man. I love the event. I thought it was good. I want to say to everybody out there that think that I was eating up everything. What it was is with the show, we're required to do that, the sponsors and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? The salmon and stuff I ate. It's not that I was hungry. I have to do it. That's how it is, that's how business is being done. But no, it was really, really good. The thing that bugged me out was trying to leave the place. Leaving the place was packed out the door. We couldn't get out, and there was some people that was blocking the door. And I can't front. What happened was this. So let me clear it up because you guys may not know. They told just to throw off the public. They said that the Let's Chop It Up cast and crew was coming in at 10:30. So we threw everybody so we could get early. Then when they heard that, everybody swarmed the place. So it was hard for us to get out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was. And what they did was all of us, y'all probably don't know this at home. We all have a double. So that's they try to send the doubles in to take our place and snuck us out the place. So that's how it was. But I really enjoyed it. It was definitely a good look. It was definitely a good night. Hanging with the crew and my brothers are just really, really funny. And there's some people that came through that wanted to stress the point why we need to invest in mental health. And so we was able to, what I'm saying? So we had some visitors that, we want to sponsor them eventually and to get some help. But no, it was really good. And I want to say on a different note, everybody's been getting on me, especially my man D was getting on me and Rodney was getting on me because I let my passport expire during I'd like to say during COVID, but I don't remember when it expired. It's been a minute since I, left these shores. So I mailed everything away and got everything solidified. So everything is taken care of. But I had to go to the post office at JFK. And I want to say to my man D, who has worked so hard to try to make our people, help our people get somewhere. I would like to say, D, I wish you well, D. That's all I say. I wish you well.
He got his work cut out for him, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Don't deal with the fight.
Right. The woman was supposed to be helping me until she realized she still had to talk to somebody else via text on her phone and everything like that. So she's pretty much in essence, just figure it out yourself. So I just want to declare tonight, D, thank you for all your efforts over the years. Now, they may have been in vain, but at least if you was able to help one, D, you did a good job. So that's all I wanted to say. But on that note, don't give up, D. I don't want both of us to give up. On that note, how you doing, man? What's good with you?
Spike Lee and Mo Better Blues. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm not gonna sell it, Bleak. I'm never gonna.
Yo, I'll be honest with you. She's right. She's right.
Anna's right.
Yo, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this information.
Good point.
Kelvin.
Good point.
You keep going west when you need to keep coming east.
Yo, you're right. But you know what, Rod? The gas prices don't let me go east no more.
The thing is, when you need to take care of certain business like motor vehicle stuff, passport, type of documentation, you bring your ass out here.
That's true.
Because then the thing will go a little bit more smoother, and you're going to get what you need, and you're going to be out the door, and you're going to be able to find a place to park.
Right. You're right, D. Rod, you're right about that. I can't front because I got to learn.
So next time you need something, you call me and I'll tell you what it is.
You're right. My bad.
It's all right. I'll forgive you.
Bad. So what's the deal, D? Talk to me.
Nah, man, he's right about that. Long Island is where it's at for everything. I had a good weekend, man. Thank you guys for showing up. Thanks for Sam for showing out and showing love, man.
Oh
Sam
yeah.
pulled out his big wallet, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, so Sam took care. Even though I couldn't really eat, Sam, so you really didn't pull out your big wallet. You pulled out a medium wallet.
No, he didn't. No, I'm not. Don't speak for us, everybody. Just speak for you. He pulled out his big wallet for me because I put him down that night.
Oh, because since I told you
he was shocked at my first bill. D went from downstairs.
My trans-slender stage, he's lucky. I would have got some steaks or something, but nah. But shout out. Let me see. I want to make sure I got everybody right here. I got shout out to Norette for bringing the cupcakes that have 50s on them. I know
that's
Sam
right.
The cupcakes.
The Joyce was the truth. It was the truth.
Derik sent me a cooler. I didn't know who sent me this package. I was scared to open it for a minute. So I was like, yo, I ain't open this shit. I ain't asked for nothing. Amazon sent me something. My man Andre for the tap room. Shout out to Andre for the tap room out in Rockville Center. Took care of everybody out there too for that one. Masali for showing me love, showing me. Man, I got on a helicopter this weekend. I don't know.
Oh, the first lady.
Yeah. So I got on the helicopter. That was dope. That was real dope.
You almost there, D. You almost there.
Almost. I ain't cursing anybody else. Shout out to who else? Who I got? The Brooklyn Chop House. They showed a lot of love. That was a lot of love at Brooklyn Chop House. I went to the Edge. That was dope.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah, the Edge was dope. You gotta check that out. See this. That's kind of dope. Earthquake was dope, yo. I ain't gonna lie. Earthquake and Friends of Fire. Bill Bellamy killed it. And I know we always get on Ashley Larry, but he actually rocked the house that night. Justin Larry was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
So, but dudes in Jersey, I swear to God, I was back in 1976. These motherfuckers look like they came from a Panther rally. These guys had the big ass pants on. I thought, down, man, yo, Jersey, them dudes is corny as a motherfucker. That's why I used to go out there and get those girls back long time ago. Let me see what else I got. Did I leave anybody else out? Juneteenth event at my job. That was dope. So I had a good time.
I gotta give one shout out to also D. I want to thank Jamie because his representation has come in town this week because of my contract to renegotiate my contract here with the podcast. So apparently I'll be getting less now. That's why you see the screen the way it is. So I got to build back up to a full size screen. So my contract has been cut in half. But no matter what, right now I'm washing lettuce. Soon I'll be on fries. And that's when the big bucks roll.
Word up, Steve. My man Rod, who else? Kelvin, all you guys, man. Straight up love, man. It felt good. Turn the big 5-0 coming in. Dope. Next on deck, my man Kelvin. Next shit.
Well, we can wait on. We can hold off a little bit. We can hold on.
My sister, my niece surprised me. Showed up to my job.
Oh yeah.
Show love. Yeah. My niece, Rod and my niece debate all night and shit. That shit's hilarious, man. My niece,
she is definitely your niece. She is definitely your niece.
Yo, shout out to Can't Do No Wrong, Brittany.
Can't do no wrong.
Can't do no wrong. Not when I'm in the room.
She's sitting in a box, but Brittany don't play no games, man. That was fun. But that shit was mad fun though. We had a good time. We can do that more, man. Like I get to see my man Rod 2 days in a row. I saw Kelvin, and it's good to see each other besides on these square boxes and shit like that. So
yeah, definitely.
Dope. And then all the ladies, and meet up people, Sam, all the ladies, y'all show mad love. So that's
absolutely. Yeah, like you in a room with all these people, and it's a funny feeling because these people know you, but you don't know them because they follow the show. And I just, I found that kind of different, but it was a great feeling though to see that you realize how many people actually watch you on the show and know you from the show. It's pretty cool.
What up, Dina? What up?
Hey, Dina.
Speaking of Juneteenth, man, we just had Juneteenth and to celebrate our politics, but I'm gonna show you what this this Anglo-Saxon man said. Jamie, please play the video.
The last thing this country needs is another opportunity to get wasted. And that's what people are doing. All right. We drink on the Super Bowl. We drink on Christmas, and people are drinking on this Juneteenth. And yeah, all across the country, pub crawls. Yeah. Juneteenth bar crawl. Let's drink up to honor what happened in Texas all those years ago. Again, this country, we have major addiction problems all over the place. Yet another opportunity to drink or get high? No, because if you put this stuff together, especially in urban areas where the Juneteenth celebrations have been the most intense, you got alcohol plus guns plus time on your hands plus weed plus heat and the overall resentment of the system. What's that going to result in? Any guesses?
If I ain't seen no cracker bullshit in my life, that's it right there. I'm gonna call it what it is, man. Because you're gonna come at us like that. Ain't no other way to dress this cracker but call him a cracker. So this is the most bullshit thing. Because there's so many beautiful Juneteenth events went around across the country, across the city. I had one myself. We didn't riot. I had the elders out there trying to teach the youngins out there. Yeah, we had political speakers out there. We had the news cameras out there. So where's all this bullshit, this propaganda that this cracker was showing? The riots? Where was the riot? Where was it never posted any place? Where was the shooting? All this shooting stuff going on at Juneteenth. That was some other shit, some nutcracker fest. I can see that, but Juneteenth, no. That was some bullshit. Very bullshit. But I don't know.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, and with the same measuring stick, should we get rid of the 4th of July? Because people still get drunk and get whatever. I mean, any holiday should get rid of the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl, St. Patrick. I mean, come on, St. Patrick Day.
St. Patrick's Day alone. Come on, man.
That's the point that I was gonna make. You notice he didn't mention St. Patty's Day and he didn't mention Columbus Day, right? Mm-hmm. And the thing is, I recall many violent acts on St. Patty's Day, and that's one of the biggest drunken fests in every year.
And Rod, you a cop, you've been down there.
I used to see it. Yes, I used to see it. So the bottom line is this is basically, the Fox agenda, just pushing agenda to the white Americans to make it think only negatively about the black community. And you're right. There was no incidents for Juneteenth. Nobody was getting shot. Nobody was getting killed. And there were nice celebrations for Juneteenth. But this is just stoking racism. That's all it is. That's exactly what he's doing.
And we know when those kind of things, like when they have Brooklyn at band, when they have those kind of, it's a different kind of crowd. Everybody smells like shea butter and shit. Nobody's out there that smell like shea butter shooting. Ain't never seen no shea butter drive-bys. You know what I'm saying? No, that shit, no fucking dreadlock, beeswax shit. None of that shit. That shit don't happen at Juneteenth.
But you know what amazes me? Amazes me about racism, it never dissipates. Like, it is just as potent. It's not cut. It's not diluted. It literally, you can take somebody from 2022 with the same actual vitriol and hate as somebody did 250 years ago. And generation to generation, it is passed clearly without dissipating, without weakening. That amazes me.
Yeah. And the thing is, and if we did want to drink and party and want to barbecue, it's our fucking day. Shut the fuck up, crack ass cracker. Like,
right. And I think the other thing is we don't ever talk about why you had to have Juneteenth in the first place. What about that? Like, anybody get there denounce racism or slavery or, brutality? That's not an issue.
Like, damn, the motherfucker, man. But anyway, I'm sorry. What did Juan say? I'm sorry. Let me make sure we get everybody comments.
Juan checking in. The people who complain about Juneteenth don't know what it's about. A celebration of the last free slaves being freed in Galveston, Texas. Those are the people. Yeah. Racism is learned behavior. Absolutely, Simone.
Brother Simone. Shout out to Simone.
How are you, Simone? Yeah, no, everybody. That's the thing about Juneteenth. We all know is I guess would be the official end of slavery in the sense that that was the last place. It's like when you go to war, you have certain people or certain areas that don't know that the war ended. So it's the same thing with Juneteenth.
But see, Derik, Simone made my point. There are certain things that you probably have tried to teach your kids or whatever like that, and they don't know about from when you grew up or a generation ago. These people can keep this on point in teaching it from 400 years ago. And I'm talking about teaching chapter and verse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what amazes me. It is taught, but I tell you one thing, don't nobody miss the classes. I can tell you that. Don't nobody cut. I'm telling you.
Nope.
In on time, right. Yeah, exactly.
That's a big fact, Jack. That's a big fucking fact.
Well, we better keep paying attention because the way news media and social media is going, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah,
it's only going to get worse.
Juan says, I remember Juneteenth being celebrated here in Texas for as long as I moved here, about 20 years. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's been going for. They've been celebrating that for years in Texas, and people just got going to it.
And I'm sure it's obviously, it's a very regional celebration, in Texas, but it's interesting that the guy also didn't mention anything about Mardi Gras. You know what I mean? People are known to get down in Mardi Gras and just lose their whole minds down there. You know what I mean?
Derik, it's such posturing. Another opportunity to drink. Then stop having Budweiser sponsor NFL games and all this stuff like that. Since you care so much about people drinking and stuff, stop creating all these multi-billionaires from the alcohol industry. The one thing this country needs, another opportunity. this country take every opportunity every day to be racist, and we don't worry about that. So that's what I'm talking about. You know,
and also talk about the companies that make all these guns that get out on the street too. If you don't
oh
want violence.
no, you can't talk
Can't
about
them.
No,
Can't talk about them.
I'm telling you,
because I don't know no black-owned gun companies.
Right. That's the one thing this country needs is another opportunity. I mean, to lay it out. It's so typical Fox. You know, weed plus time.
This is Newsmax, another channel. Newsmax. This is Newsmax.
It's
what is Newsmax?
That's the same thing.
Like
same
Fox
thing as
on
Fox.
steroids. They're Fox on steroids, bro.
When Hannity and them was on vacation. This the JV, this junior varsity come through.
Yeah. They ain't lying.
That joint did look like a college news station. I can't front.
Yeah.
No, Newsmax is egregious, bro. Egregious.
Yeah, they are. They lie more. They lie more than Fox, actually.
That's a big fact.
Yeah.
Monique is back. Monique publicly apologizes to the D.L. Hughley family amidst 1 week long online feud. Anybody thoughts on Monique? Apologize.
I think Monique can't get out of her own way. I think because first of all, it was an apology to his wife, his apology to his daughters, and then she said she meant everything that she said to him. Again, now the thing that he had mentioned before was stop bringing it to the stage. Not everybody is coming to pay to hear about your dirty laundry. So again, an audience had to sit there and listen to. It was so disingenuous to get on the stage and say, I always want to be a person of integrity. So I'm going to start this show by apologizing to his wife. And first of all, let me say this. You cannot disrespect the father of a family and give respect to the mother and the children of the family. Nobody can do that. If you have a problem with anybody on this screen right here, you got a problem with their families. That's just the bottom line. And nobody's going to separate the two. So Monique just can't help it. And see, ego is going to be the thing. Her sister just told her, end it, stop it. It's enough already. Monique had an opportunity to literally, first of all, call D.L. Hughley, apologize for everything, squash it and get rid of it and just be the bigger person and move on. But she just could not help it. And that's the problem, Monique. And I'll be honest with you, I don't really see myself supporting anything Monique does because it just really seems so toxic. That's just it. She does seem like her character and Precious, just really, really bitter and rude and dismissive and divisive. And I mean, it's enough. You're too old for that. You are north of 50 years old. You know what I mean? Like, it is enough already. And I got a feeling that comedy will go on with or without Monique. I really think people will find the strength to go on. And I think people have had enough. I know I've had enough.
Well, I am glad Monique apologized, and I'm going to still stand by what I said on the last show. Like, I think Monique is damaged in a lot of ways, you know, because a lot of the stuff that she spit was venom, and then she did touch a man's family and all of that. And we know that, you know, family is off limits. You know what I mean? Our kids are off limits, you know. So I definitely feel that she definitely she crossed the line with that. But she's got some issues. That's what I'm really seeing in Monique, is that she's got some deep rooted issues, and she's got a lot of anger built up in there.
Yeah, I think you know, listen, Monique has issues. We all have issues. All right. Her thing is, you know, it's pride, it's anger, it's you know, she was slighted. You know, in her eyes, she was disrespected. It goes back to Netflix and to the Netflix deal, and she feels that certain people did not stand up for her. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. I don't know what that feel. You know, have you ever felt betrayed before? You know, and let down by people? It's kind of hard to let go. You know, I'm sure. She needs to come to Jesus moment. Yeah, she does. You know, but it's, you know, but she's got to get there in her own time. You know, she's got to get there in her own time. I hate to see what she's doing, what's happening with her career now. I still think she is a talented sister. I still think that she has a core audience that is waiting to hear from her and can't wait for her to get past this. I don't know if anyone laughed at her jokes while she was telling them at the concert, you know, that she did with D.L. Hughley, because honestly, that's the final judge as a comic. You know, I mean, you say something, did anyone laugh? You know, did she have a connection with anyone? Did anyone support her at all? You know, if everyone kind of groaned and carried on, then maybe, but if there anyone who was cheering her on and laughing, then, she got the validation and she got the positive reinforcement that she was looking for, so you have to kind of take it up with them, but I would definitely like to see her get past the whole situation with DL so she can get on with her career and see and just be the talented young talented.
Hey, don't say young, motherfucker.
I started to say, I know, I caught myself. She ain't young. Yeah, but the talented person that she is, you know what I mean? And she definitely has, exactly, Dana. It's hard to take rejection, but if you let that stop you, you will never have a story to tell. Take that rejection and make them regret it. I'm speaking from experience. Yeah, I got you, Dina, and hopefully she'll have an opportunity to do that, But right now, she's just in the middle of everything right now.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Derek. I'm not as understanding. I'll be honest with you. This woman is a grown woman, been around for 30 plus years and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna be like, well, hopefully when she gets 60 years old, she'll learn how to deal with stuff. Nah, it's enough. I'm telling you, really, it's enough.
By then it'll be too late. By then it'll be too late.
It's what I'm saying. To me, it's too late now. To me, it's a beef with Netflix. It's a beef with Dear Hughley. It's a beef with Oprah. It's a beef with Tyler Perry. It's a beef with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And like
at the end of money, that's what you get, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what you get. You mess with somebody's money.
But what I'm saying is this, Derek, if you have an issue, you have representation, you have an attorney, you have an agent, you have a manager. These are not teenagers sitting there fighting stuff out on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like the four of us, we've had some disagreements and stuff like that. Guess what? We ain't having them in front of this screen. Mm-hmm. I ain't sitting there writing something about, Rodney, this, that, and the third, and Derek, and D. I mean, we're grown men. There's a certain point. There's a shelf life to this crap, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
and then what do you do? Go tell your kids you got beef. Go ahead, air it out publicly. This, that, and the third. Where's some decorum? That's what I'm saying, Monique. Really, I'll be honest with you. Monique is not really relevant enough to be causing all this foolishness. I'm just being honest with you. And I think DL is bigger than her.
But maybe that's why she's making so much noise, bro.
But she didn't have to come up. The thing is, you got beef with somebody. Why you go after the family? That's a sucker move.
That was
that's
why she apologized. That's what she needed to apologize.
If I'm DL wife, I'm saying you keep that shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, in other words, the wife and the daughter gonna be like, "Thank you so much. Keep dissing my father." At a point,
and it's up to the person. It's up to the person to give forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. She did what she was supposed to do. She apologized, right? Because she was out of pocket for that. But now it's up to them to give to offer forgiveness or whatever. So I would love to see the sister. Listen, I wonder when the black people start clutching our pearls so much, though. You know what I'm saying? Like when you start messing around with people's money, man, you gotta have an understanding level on that. I know if you mess around with my money, I don't know what I'm gonna act like. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think DL himself was messing with her money though. I don't think he.
But I understand. But that's the genesis of it. You know what I'm saying?
But Derek, why is it always an issue with Monique and money? Like why is it that Monique? Why I never hear Chappelle complain about money? Why I never hear Chris Rock complain? Why I never hear
money?
Why the Sykes? Well, why?
They got money.
But why? Then why don't she have it?
That's what she's talking about. She feels like she did everything she did. She went on and she got the Oscars. She did everything, and then they came in and they lowballed her. All right, and she's got there was.
I think entertainment is a supply and demand thing.
Yeah, exactly. Supply and demand. I don't think nobody's rushing to go see Monique. I don't give a damn. She got 5 Oscars. I'm not rushing to see her do stand up.
Okay, I wouldn't watch it too. You wouldn't watch it, whatever. But somebody that I saw Earthquake this weekend.
Earthquake said something very profound. He said, I know what people would say I'm more funnier than all these people. When are you gonna get your shot, Earthquake? He said, I was just kept staying in line. Eventually I'm gonna get to the front. I'm not gonna complain what everybody else got money wise and stuff like that. When I get my shot, I'm gonna do me. And now everything is happening for Earthquake right now. He got the Netflix shit, he got the tour shit going on. Him and Chappelle about to take off with some other stuff. He got a TV show coming out. Like, it's like just wait your turn.
But if he didn't do that, would you understand it? If he didn't have that kind of wisdom is not common. You know what I'm saying? And
Monique's too much of a pet.
But I think, Derek, you're burying the lead. We don't know for sure that Monique was the headliner. That's the conflict. Dear Hughley is saying he was the headliner. Well, that's my point. That you know what I'm saying? And then they say that if you get to one of these comedy clubs, the actual promoter can shuffle the deck. It happens all the time. The actual promoter can actually shuffle the deck. That's why Charlie Murphy had beef with Tony Rock, this, that, and the third. They say you can shuffle the deck. What I'm saying is this, and other comics have said this: if you get on stage, burn it down. Right. No matter where they put you, if you get on stage, tear it down. That's the bottom line.
So here's the thing. If she feels, in this instance, right, if she feels like she has not been heard or she has some sort of issue, should she gain a lawyer and sue the promoter? What do you think?
No, I don't think Monique needs to burn any more bridges. Monique don't need to sue nobody right now.
So here's the thing. So what you're saying, what you're telling her, literally, even though she feels that way, is to shut up. All right, sit down and shut up. Right. So she doesn't feel that way. She doesn't have. She feels as though she's been.
But what I'm saying to you, Derek, aren't we starting to see a pattern develop? All right, everybody to boycott Netflix. Netflix did me wrong. I want everybody to boycott Oprah. Oprah did me wrong. All right? I want everybody. In other words, what I'm saying is, at what point? But let me tell you something. And this we all know. All these people in entertainment, all they want to do is make money. If Monique can sell out Madison Square Garden, they'll book her there tomorrow. The problem is Monique can't do that. Is Chappelle or somebody can. That's the issue. In other words, it ain't personal. This is business. This is a results business. And I'm telling you, as a person that would support anybody, I wouldn't even support Monique now. So I don't know how many more people like me.
Should she have made more money than Amy Schumer?
No.
You think Amy Schumer is funnier than because one of the
that was a different question. No, I don't. Well, then again, I haven't heard Monique tell a joke in years. All I heard Monique do is complain. I don't know what Monique jokes are because Monique don't do nothing but complain.
Amy Schumer's a bigger star.
The thing is also too,
Amy Schumer's a bigger star.
And at the time she had a Netflix deal, Amy Schumer was hot at the time. Monique wasn't on the deck at that time.
Monique's not on deck.
When was the last time Monique was hot? Let's ask that question.
Probably the Queens of Comedy.
She got a lot of bad publicity since then too, bro.
Is she bigger than DL
Queens of Comedy was. I'm talking about from a comedy perspective.
Queens.
That was the last time she was hot. Was Queens of Comedy, right?
Yeah, you're right.
And then her best acting performance was Precious.
Yep.
Yeah, I was.
Was that Rodney? Was that the last time she was hot, or was that the last time she was out?
I think if we're separating it and we're saying comedy versus her acting, I would say the last time she was hot acting was Precious. The last time she was hot comedy was Queens of Comedy. That's how I see it. But when she was doing that deal with Netflix, and then they compared her with Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer was hot. She had movies out at the time. She was big on stand-up and all of that.
She was hosting stuff, everything.
And she was hosting stuff. So the thing is, she was hot. She was in demand at that time.
Yeah. All right, let's ask this question: Who a bigger talent, Monique or DL?
DL.
I would say DL.
Hands down.
Derek?
Come on, I like DL more than Monique. Yes, I do.
Take it just objectively. Who you think is bigger?
It's nothing objective about that. It's subjective. It is inherently subjective. I like DL Hughley more than I like Monique. It's inherently subjective. I can't objectively say anything.
Okay, I think DL's bigger.
Let me get a quick thing real quick, so because we do have.
I'm curious. She says, "I believe she's been mismanaged by her husband. Not sure she even read the contract. Just believe what her husband told her."
I'm going to say she might have a big point there because a lot of people are blaming her husband for a lot of her poor business decisions.
Yep.
So isn't her husband doing a trivia show now?
I don't even know who her husband is.
Oh, okay. Somebody invited us on the show. I thought her husband was hosting it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Shit.
Is he hosting the show?
No.
I don't know. I didn't. No,
I know what you're doing.
Okay, I didn't know. So I got him mixed up. No, I got him mixed up.
Allegedly.
I got him mixed up with somebody. I'm sorry. I was thinking of somebody else. Okay.
He's our queen.
I'm sorry.
Allegedly.
I'm sorry.
Allegedly, he bites sheets. But I think let's get back to what you said. When right now, the earthquake thing, the biggest star who known to most people is Ashley Larry, which is Darnell Rollins. But who closed the show was Bill Bellamy because they've been into Bill Bellamy's crushing. Bill Bellamy crushed it. What I'm saying, but the bigger name would have been Ashley Larry. Everybody knows he's in everybody's rooms. But he couldn't do. Bill Bellamy when it comes down to it, the promoter's like, nah, Bill Bellamy's the fucking closer. This motherfucker killed it.
Did they reshuffle Kings of Comedy? in Tennessee to make him the host.
Yes, they did. They changed the whole shit
And
around.
Steve was probably bigger than everybody else.
Yes, he was.
Financially.
But he wasn't the funniest.
He wasn't the funniest. And that's what they're going to go with. The closer gun, you know.
I saw the Kings of Comedy twice. I saw it on Radio City Music Hall, and I saw it also in Vegas. The one in Radio City Music Hall was embarrassing to Steve Harvey because he closed, and following Bernie Mac and Cedric the Entertainer, it was just embarrassing. He was literally up there begging people to laugh at his jokes. And then when I saw him in Vegas, now all of a sudden he's hosting because obviously he was bombing everywhere he was going. So now they made him the host. Yeah. If you're funny, you're funny. If you ain't funny, you can't close. You can't close. And people don't know Bill Bellamy is very funny. He is a sleeper. I think Bill Bellamy doesn't get enough attention that he should, but he's a beast.
Yeah, we got all that attention in the 90s, then they faded him out, but now he's coming back like
because he had left the stage and started hosting MTV stuff for a while. He wanted to do other things, but he's always been good. I always like
really doing stuff together, man. Bill Bellamy's a killer, man. Yeah, shout out to Bernie Mac. Word up, the GOAT. Anyway, tonight we got a special guest coming on tonight, man. This sister's gonna bend this, twist this, and all kind of things to us. But she's not a stripper. Tonight, this sister name is Niecy Carter. She will teach us about fitness and yoga. Jamie, bring our sister Niecy onto the stage, brother, please.
Hey.
Hey, what up? What's going on, sis? How you feeling?
Hey, Niecy, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How y'all doing?
Good.
Niecy,
good to have you, Niecy. Good to have you.
Good to have you. How you feeling today? You good?
I'm good. It was a long day, but I'm happy to be here with y'all fellas. I didn't know I was going to be surrounded by the men now.
Oh, yeah. We're going to surround you. Love. We're going to protect our sister. We got you on here, man. We're going to show you some love up here tonight, man. But now, Niecy, man, talk to us. Like, I know a lot of black people starting to get into fitness, especially over the pandemic. And now after we're trying to woo stuff from all the stuff that we witnessed over the last 2 years on these TV screens and in our own communities. So tell us some of the benefits, first of all, about yoga.
Okay, so with any type of movement, like that gets so many physiological processes. So basically what I mean by that is just like the body has different systems that work, like that keep the blood flowing, that keeps, energy. The body produces energy naturally. Like people be going out here trying to get your coffee, trying to get, whatever caffeine, but the body produces energy naturally by just moving. So all of those processes get activated when you engage in some type of fitness. But for yoga specifically, yoga really helps you. It's multifaceted. It helps you to mainly build your flexibility, but you can also like strengthen some things, gentle stretching and gentle strengthening, but it does it in a way that promotes relaxation and like to just calm your body down. And with everything going on in the world today, we definitely need a little bit more calm, a little bit more relaxation.
That's right.
Yeah. Let me ask this question. And again, thank you for joining us. I can't touch my toes standing up, and it's bothering me because it seems like everybody else can do it. Now I have like tight hamstrings. How important is it to be able to touch your toes, or is that a thing that is not really essential for flexibility? Because I'm really concerned about that, because they're like, you should be able to do that, and I could as a kid, and I can't now. So how do I get there?
So yes, so as you should be able to touch your toes. And you know why? Because when you laughing, but bro, we gonna get you in some yoga classes because so I don't know if the audience knows this, but I'm a doctor of physical therapy.
Okay,
so,
yes. Sister, okay. Dr. Niecy now. Okay.
Yes, graduated from Howard HU.
Congratulations.
Black College, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes. So I work with elderly patients, and none of y'all brothers are elderly, so I'm
true.
Niecy, I love you. I love Niecy. I love you. That's what's what's up. That's what's up.
But I'm saying this to be like, we have to take care of our bodies now, because as the aging process goes along, like it really, just takes a toll on our bodies. And simple things as far as flexibility, being able to touch your toes, you'll need that just for simply walking when you get older. So
Right.
being able to get those stretches, and even like I said, that strengthening. And a lot of men, all of y'all brothers, y'all love to strengthen and get in the gym, lifting weights, all of that good stuff, but y'all never like to stretch. And the other thing, important thing about stretching is that, so as the body, like I said, goes through that aging process, our muscles become like less elastic. So that means like they are easier or more susceptible to like ruptures and tears, because they've lost that elasticity, and basically meaning like they're not able to smoothly like move between contracting and stretching. Like you need to be able to have your muscles literally do how I'm doing my hands right now, or else they'll get so tight that the minute you do try to move suddenly, rip, there you go, like Achilles tendon rupture or whatever it is. So you want to make sure you have stretching as a part of your daily routine, as a part of your fitness routine. It'll help you go a long way.
Wait, can everybody else on the show touch their toes?
I haven't tried, brother. I just got my skinny back.
Okay.
It's a process though, because
Yeah.
it took your time. Yeah, it took time for that muscle to be tight, for them hamstrings to be tight. So it's going to take time for
They
them
be
to
killing me.
Kelvin's really
elongate over
95.
again.
Kelvin is
Kelvin said
95.
he's really
Nisi, there's a lot of shaming. There's a lot of what they call sex symbol shaming that goes on this show. I'm just telling you that right now. I ain't gonna tell you who they be shaming, but there's somebody in particular that they be shaming. That's
Okay.
all.
Okay.
Nisi,
Yeah.
we've talked about this on previous shows. I'm a firm believer in stretching. I even talked to Derik about it and everything. Like, I get in the gym, I stretch. I am getting older, and you're right. It gets a little bit tougher as you get older. If someone that doesn't stretch wants to start off stretching, what would you recommend?
So start simple. Like you don't have to go from not being able to touch your toes to touching your toes the same day. Matter of fact,
Right.
we don't want that. So you have to just gradually. So what is it? You should be stretching at least 3 to 5 times a week, okay? And for an interval of at least a minute. If you want to gain more flexibility, if you want to gain more elasticity, like I said, in that muscle, then you want to you can't be trying to touch your toes and do all these real we call that ballistic stretching. And it is a little ballistic, like with the movement. That's not going to get you any gains in flexibility. You actually want to hold, and we'll do this later, but you want to hold the stretch for at least, you can start with 30 seconds, but you want to work your way up to a minute, so that you give the muscle time to elongate. And you can start depending on which muscle it is. So if we're going to start with the hamstrings, so just try literally when you're actually, we can do this in the seat, but start with one leg, you put that forward, stretch it out. Actually, you want to come to the edge of your seat.
Oh, I
Come
can't
to
do that.
the edge of
I
your
got
seat.
I got a rolling chair. You're not gonna see me fall on the show.
Oh, it's okay. So, all right. So I got on my twerk shorts now, and these
Hey
moves.
now, hey, where
Yeah.
my dials? Throw some dials on the screen now.
Oh, come on, throw them. I'm game. Okay. So anyway, you're gonna start at the edge of your seat, and then you want to take that leg, just stretch one leg out in front of you. I don't know if y'all can see this, but just one leg out in front of you. And then literally just come over. Now keep your back straight. I don't want you to roll over like this. You want to keep your back straight, almost like you're arching your back. And then you're just going to take your hands slowly down your leg until you feel a stretch. Do y'all feel that?
Oh yeah.
Yes, bring those toes. Now for a deeper stretch, bring your toes up to the ceiling. Your toes should be pointing up to the ceiling. And then, Kelvin, don't be, I see that grimace. Don't be coming down. This one for you. And this would be where you start. And then you can transition to actually standing up and then bending over to get into the
Oh, got you. Okay.
know?
Now let me ask you this, Nisi, that when people used to do the bounce every day to try to get down there further, is that good or bad?
That's bad. That is the
That's
ballistic
bad.
stretching that I
Right.
talked to
Okay,
you
right. That's why I
about.
wanted people to know that's bad. Now I'm not talking about myself. I'm just saying people that do that.
Do not do that. Do not bounce.
So, right, do not bounce if you're trying to gain flexibility. But you might see like runners or athletes who are like preparing for like a certain burst of energy, like they might do that to warm up real fast.
Okay.
But for yoga, we never want that type of stretching.
So Nisi, I suffered groin pull muscle, groin pull muscle for years. How can I work that out through yoga? Because I did all those little butterflies. I had to wear tape all my life, all my college career playing my groin, and I still sometimes can feel it like old groin pulls.
A groin pull. Okay,
Yeah.
so once again, just start. Did any of the stretches that you did, none of them help?
Nope. I don't know if I do the right ones.
So
I don't know if I was bouncing or what. I don't know if the right person teaching me how to do it.
So here's the other thing. So when we stretch, our body tends to just tense up naturally because we like, oh no, like our body is literally saying like, I ain't been in this position, like what you doing? And that's like a reflexive action that happens in our body. It's called muscle guarding. So your muscles are going to tense up. They're going to guard you from going to that position because it's unfamiliar. So this is where your breathing comes in, okay? So every time you feel yourself going into a stretch and you're getting, because the butterfly stretch is good for your groin pulls.
Yeah.
What else is good? Just anything, just like sitting with your legs open on the floor and literally just like opening them up until you feel a stretch there. That's good. But when you feel, the key is when you start feeling that stretch, you want to breathe. So you want to take a deep inhale through your nose, and then you want to exhale out through your mouth and try to feel your muscles actually relax into the position. That's the only way you're really going to get true gains.
Nisi,
Okay.
what I learned from yoga, with the history of yoga really comes from Africa, and Indians adapted it from us. Is that true? Yeah, right. So people are thinking that Indians, really Africans created yoga. So I just want to make sure. Yeah, so this is our natural thing, y'all. So let's get back to that.
Okay, I'm trying to Nisi, I play handball and
allegedly.
So I've been kind of retired for a couple of years because I actually tore my calf muscle. And they're saying that you got to stretch. Now, when you tear it, obviously they say calf muscle repairs itself, which it did. But I've been apprehensive about getting back out there. And what bothers me is like a lot of the fans and stuff, they've been cheated. So I want to be able, the fans. Because you know how when you think basketball, you think Jordan. When you think, golf, you think Tiger Woods. You think handball, you think Kelvin. It's all like that. But it's like, I want to get back out there, but I got to start doing something for the calf and the thing was crazy. I never had to do it before. Now that I'm older, I have to do it, and I just don't know how to do it.
Hold on, DC. Before you answer that.
He said Kelvin will be at the handball court with the Larry Bird shorts on.
Nisi, just remember, there's only one person that they go after all the time on this show. I'm not gonna say who it is. It's just one person. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question, Nisi. Because also, I'm going to all my sports injuries. You trying to? Dr. Carter's about to be my doctor. Shin splints. I had something they try to see if I had compartment syndrome, something syndrome, I don't know, like that.
Right.
Yeah. How do I heal these shin splints? I can't never get over these. Anything I can do to stretch these out, or
right. Okay. So a shin splint literally is just the blood rushing to that area. And there's so much blood rushing into that area because you have shin splints are literally induced or brought on by some type of high intensity exercise. And they normally, like I said, indicate, once again, the whole idea of us not stretching or warming up before we engage in a high performance activity. So to answer your question, basically you want to, there's not a way to like eliminate them completely because the shin splint is bound to happen.
It's painful. God, it's painful.
Exactly. But the minute that it happens, everybody wants to say, oh, like, and it's natural because it's hurting like hell. So I understand. And you want to ball up and contract the muscle that's like, or actually, let me ask you this. Do you get them normally on the front of your lower leg or the back?
The front of my lower leg.
Exactly.
Front, yep.
So when you get them on the front of your lower leg, so the front of your lower leg actually works as, we call it a flexor. So it works to like bring your foot up, like your toes up to the sky. So when you get those shin splints, you actually want to point your toes down. So that will elongate that muscle and then actually promote the blood to flow through the rest of the lower leg and the rest of the muscle. Okay.
All right, cool. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna go out there and run on the track. Then I'm gonna be
and stretch before, okay?
It needs to. How does a couple of these guys, we've been through COVID, and a couple of these guys gained a few pounds. Rodney, Kelvin, Demond, about 20 pounds.
Whoa.
Hey, I just bought me some skinny.
They're a little heavy, But how does yoga help you? These guys, they're overweight. So how does that help them? How does that hinder them? How does that hinder them?
It's some bullshit. No,
what can they do? You know what I mean? Can they still do yoga?
They fat shaming out here, man.
So you know what? It ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of extra pounds there. Because I've done.
They love me. They love me in Africa. They love me in Africa. They love me in the motherland. The women love me in the motherland.
That's fine. You can move with that. Honestly, I'm not even joking. Like, I put on some quarantine weight too, but I mean, my curve's working for me. So,
that's right,
and when it comes, I actually had to step back as an instructor because I have an extensive dance background. I've been dancing since I was 4 years old. I am proud to say I'm 33. I know I don't look like it. But yes. But saying that to be like, I haven't always been this size, this voluptuous. So I had to actually, stepping back out of quarantine, like say, oh, okay, like my downward dog look a little bit different because I gotta move this little bit of extra weight, but it doesn't hinder you from doing anything that you need to. And the good thing about yoga is that the positions can be modified to fit what you're comfortable with, and then you can always advance to a higher intensity.
Neaty. I hear mixed reviews about regular yoga and then hot yoga. Is hot yoga good or is hot yoga bad?
So it can be good, but for anyone doing, I believe like there's some contraindications for hot yoga. So if you have like any heart problems or any blood pressure problems, then the heat can like actually exacerbate those symptoms. So if you have any underlying heart conditions, I would definitely say no. If you are not accustomed to working out, or you haven't like done hot yoga or worked in hot temperatures before. And then also there's certain like neurological conditions like multiple sclerosis and stuff, where once again these conditions are the symptoms are exacerbated in heat. So anything to deal with the heart, anything that your doctor has definitely said, like this is a condition that doesn't work well with heat, don't do that. But for everybody else, Hot yoga definitely like increases like that cardio burn, calories, like helps to heat up that fat a little bit quicker, to lose that weight. So that's the weight loss option for yoga
Nisi, I
Yeah,
for
think
and
sure.
Juan
Nisi,
had,
can you explain to the audience too? Because I saw somebody pop up.
yeah,
Can you
Juan.
explain to them what hot
Yeah,
yoga is?
quick question.
So
What is hot
hot
yoga?
yoga, I don't know exactly what temperature it is, but I know it can get up to like 100 degrees and higher. That you're actually just doing like your basic like yoga poses in. So you go through your sun salutations, you go through your downward dog, all of that. And it's just moving through your traditional yoga poses just in a hotter temperature.
Now, Nisi, much like I guess working out, I would assume that this is a lifestyle. This is not something you just do periodically. That you need to try to incorporate it in your life going forward as you start to either get older or you want to get stronger or you want to kind of improve your dexterity. I would assume because that's one of the problems I have. I think with consistency. Like I'll try to work out if it's summertime or if warm maybe, and then after that it's like it goes by the wayside. But is this something that if you get into it, first of all, maybe you will love it and want to do it more, or you definitely need to just incorporate it in your life? Do you think that's what it is?
I think both. I think that, so for me, like when at Nisi moves, so we have Nisi yoga or yoga moves, I'm sorry. And I know that, so for me personally, I when I got certified in yoga, I was like, okay, this is a little boring. Let me see if I can just like mix it up. So we actually moved to like popular music, and I really do just guide you through it. So I think, and saying that to be like, I see a lot of people that benefit from that, but there are people who, like the hot yoga option. Like there's so many different genres of yoga that you can try out and find what works best for you. And then, like I said, overall, just for longevity in health, lifestyle, like it's always good to have some type of stretching routine. Yoga will do that, and like I said, it does help to strengthen your muscles as well.
Do you
So
do it before bed or after bed when you wake up? When's the best time to get started with it?
I would say the best time would probably be at night, only because it really just winds you down, especially so I also incorporate meditation. So to be able to just like go through this intense stretch of your entire body and then to just lay down on the mat, it's something about like when you can just really clear your mind and you can feel how your body has like changed or kind of morphed in a way. So I would say for anybody who's getting into it, start at night for sure.
It's a
So,
question Juan had. Can you bring that up,
yeah.
Jamie?
It's a second question. Is hot yoga advised for people who went through COVID, or is the consensus it's too much of a strain on the heart and lungs?
Oh no, it's definitely if people who went through COVID, y'all should be first in line now. Cause like I said, when it comes to breathing and everything, like that's the main thing. Like you incorporate breathing with your movements that you're doing. So you just really learn how to just what is it? Just walk and or I shouldn't say walk, but just go through life, go through your daily routine, because so many people, especially Jesus, with everything going on, like I said, in this world today, guns and everything, like it's
Yeah.
just too much to take in. And I mean, we're already like contracting our muscles subconsciously with the everything that we do in daily life, brushing our hair, showering, getting dressed, all of that. But with everything else that we've added on as Americans, with the stress of jobs, with stress of whatever, like that subconsciously contracts our muscles even more. I know you done seen a few people with no necks up here, everything.
Looking like Head
So
and Shoulders.
yeah. So saying that, just to be like, yoga helps you to really just release all of that. And we all need that.
Hold on, somebody give me a shout out. Derek, read that out there.
Yeah, Daniqua Watts.
Hey,
Shout
that's
out.
like yeah.
Well, we know she black. The
Yeah.
How do we know?
She wants us to know. She said, I just want y'all to know that Niecy's a single mom of two, graduated and became a doctor, all while raising her two boys. And takes the time to shape people's lives, show us some love. Meanie loves you.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Daniqua showing love, man. That's what I'm talking about. Man, oh, that's sweet. Daniqua. All right. She knows she can fight.
We talking about my boo. That is my boo now. I will fight.
I ain't got no beef with Daniqua.
And her last name is Watts.
Why? You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go.
Who's coming? Daniqua coming.
I love
Daniqua, we
it.
shout. We just showing you some love, Daniqua. Like and subscribe, Daniqua. Don't do the one-time gig with us. Like and subscribe. No, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. But dang, I lost my train. Daniqua threw me off, man.
Well, I'll just say, first of all, what she just mentioned is very commendable.
Yes.
How did you come up with the idea and the fortitude to go and do that? That's a lot to do.
Yeah, and how long you been doing yoga? Yeah, I want to know the background of you.
So it's a whole okay, let me give you the short version. Okay, so life flipped completely upside down. Like I separated, I was married, separated from my ex, and knew I could not depend on him at all. I had already put into plan to apply to my doctorate program. And like I said, my life turned upside down the minute I had sent in my application. But I was like, Lord, if you just get me into this school, I only applied to Howard. And it's so hard to get into DPT school, Doctorate of Physical Therapy. I've heard so many people like try this time, that time, never get accepted. I got accepted the first try. So I was like, all right, here we go. Like I commuted back and forth from Baltimore to DC every weekday for 4 years. The program was only 3, but good old COVID extended it for another year. And I just had two young boys looking at me, and I was like, I gotta get this done. So I did it.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yo,
Congratulations.
Word up. Shout out to them young kings, man.
Niecy, go like this.
That's
right. Like that.
Black girl magic, baby.
Right.
You know, so funny. Niecy, we were talking about, and this kind of conversation started with Rodney and I initially about showcasing some young people that are doing great things. And I think just indirectly, you just was the first guest for that. I mean, literally, we just talked about young people doing extraordinary things. So I think inadvertently, you are the first to do that. So thank you so much and congratulations.
So listen, we got a special treat tonight, man. We're gonna do like a 10-minute workout. Unfortunately, because of my space where I'm situated here, I can't do it. But I'll watch and cheer on you guys from here.
And I got COVID, so I can't do it either.
Not you got COVID.
Yeah. He really does.
Be a little something.
You say what?
No, I say he really does have COVID.
I really do got COVID.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, then we're going to start with the breathing part, and then it's not going to be too much.
Okay,
it's literally just going to be something to loosen y'all up. That's
all
it.
Right.
All right.
That's like the Harlem Shake.
Well, y'all can do a little Harlem Shake after this now, okay? All right, so I just want you. Normally, I'll have music playing in the background, but y'all can just listen to the smooth tunes of my voice, okay?
Okay.
So we're just going to go ahead, touch your head to the right. You're going to make it seem like your ear is trying to touch your shoulder, but leave that shoulder down, okay? Go ahead, take your hand and just drop that other arm, relax it, good. And just feel the weight of your hand on your head, good. Now I want you to slowly drop that hand down. Good. Now keep rolling your head around to the right. Bring it forward. And then bring it back up. Good. All right, now we're going to go to the other side. Ear touching your shoulder, but don't lift that shoulder. Bring it down. Bring that hand up.
He fell asleep.
Rodney.
Oh, my bad.
There we go.
It started feeling good. It started feeling good.
That makes feel good. My back, it feels in my
Okay, I'll
spine.
take
I feel
that.
it's in my
Good. You
good.
should. So take it down, drop it gently, and roll forward. Good. And bring it up. All right. So now I want you to take one hand to your chest and then the other hand put it on your belly. We're about to learn. So this is called diaphragmatic
We got
breathing.
a lot of belly over here. We got a lot of belly.
That's okay though. And I want that belly moving. Okay. So the hand on your chest should stay still. The hand on your belly, that should be the one moving. Okay. So I want you to breathe in through your nose and feel that breath coming through your nose and filling up your belly. Your belly should be pressing out into your hand. And then exhale through your mouth and bring all of that breath back out. Good. Do it again. So inhale, fill your belly up with air, feel it pressing out into your hand. And then exhale, let it all come out. Good. One more time. Inhale through your nose, fill that belly up, 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 up. And exhale through your mouth. Press that hand back down. Good. All right. So I want you to keep that same sensation. Drop your hands down. And then I want you to inhale through your nose, just like we did. And then exhale as you reach over to the side. Bring that arm up your body and try to reach to the floor. Good, good, good. Keep going and inhale back up through your nose. And exhale, reach out over to the other side. Good. You should feel a few cracks, few everything. Inhale through your nose. Reach up. And exhale, really release out. Yeah. Good. Try to touch that ground. And one more time. Inhale up. And exhale. Good. All right, now that bottom arm, I want you to take it up and over. Inhale up, just like this. Place that other arm down, and then I want you to just reach all the way over. Let that head drop. Your arm is going to frame your face. Good. Bring that arm down lower. Good. And bring it back up. Uh-huh.
Yo, who the hell got that noisy chair?
I mean, my chair brand new. My chair brand new.
That's okay. Make it a part of the ambience. All right, here we go.
Might be Kelvin.
Inhale
Why
it
I
up.
got to always get on a brother?
Inhale it up. And exhale over. Really let your head drop. Don't keep your head up here. Let your head drop. Let that arm drop. Yes, really relax it. Good. And bring it back up. Good. All right. Now bringing that head forward. We're going to gently curve. So your head, your chin is going to touch down to your chest. You're going to roll forward. Feet flat on the ground. Just rolling forward. You might feel a whole stretch go all the way down your back. And just keep breathing there. Now inhale through your nose. And then exhale, rolling back up. Good. And now I want you to arch your back as far as you can. Look up to the ceiling. Drop those shoulders. Good. Let your head fall back. One more time. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, coming forward. Roll your head down. Curve your body, curve your back into a C shape. Good. Then inhale, rolling up through every vertebrae in your spine. Drop your shoulders, bring your head up. Your head is the last thing. Yes. Come on now. Look up, arch your back. Keep breathing. Good. All right, coming forward, looking back up to me. Good. Now we're going to do some head rolls. Bring that head down, chin to your chest. Roll it to the right side. Good. You can relax your eyes. You're going to go all the way around in a full circle, taking your time. Yes. Come on. Work all of them kinks out. Bring it back to the front.
Is it true
Good.
black women created head rolling?
Yeah.
Depends
Bring
on
it
what you're talking about.
around. Bring it around again to the left, all the way around. Try to reach every single corner with the top of your head. Good. We're going to do this one more time. Roll that head around to the right. Good. Look up to the ceiling. Touch that ear to your shoulder. Back to the front and around to the left. Good. Keep breathing. Good, fellas.
My neck sound like Pop Rocks.
Okay, so that's good. As long as if you're feeling pops, that's just like so the joints in our body are lubricated by synovial fluid. So that's just like that lubrication, that fluid rolling around in them joints, like getting it moving, okay? So one more thing, I want you to go ahead and roll your right shoulder down and back. Left shoulder down and back. Good. Reach it up to your ear and down and back. Now, this is when your shoulders can really touch your ear. Good. Keep them rolling. Good. All right. Now we're going to go the opposite way. Bring it forward and really try to curve your body. When you come forward, you can bring your arm. Yep. Okay. I see y'all getting into it. And this is simple. Y'all could be doing this while you watching the game, man. Come on.
I could be reaching for the Doritos.
There you go. Right there.
Reaching for my drink.
All right. Feet flat. One more thing. So if you have a back to your chair, I want you to use that. I want you to take this front arm across your body with whatever side it is. And then I want you to take the back arm and wrap it around the back of your chair, okay? Now I want you to take, okay. Now I want you to take a deep inhale through your nose and then exhale, try to twist even more. Holding or anchor that arm on the back of your chair and keep twisting. Your other hand should be on your knee. Good.
I really feel that too.
Exactly. Now coming to the other side. Cross that arm across. Anchor that back arm on that back chair. Now, this is where I say use your breath. Inhale through your nose. Suck that belly into your spine. And then exhale, try to twist even more. Exhale out through your mouth. Yes, good.
We're gonna have to get Niecy to warm us up before the shows.
Word up, man.
Okay, come on now. And gently, see, you got me out of character.
That's all right.
Gently come around. All right, so how y'all feeling, fellas?
Feel good.
Feeling good. Hell yeah.
That's nice.
Yo.
Oh yeah, that feels real good.
Yeah, I felt that stretch.
No, because yeah, go ahead, Rodney.
No, I was just gonna say I know when I come out of quarantine, I'm gonna do some naked yoga with my wife.
They got 6 kids. They going for 7. They going for 7 kids.
No. Don't put that on me.
Why not? Make it a lucky number 7. Make it a lucky number.
It's okay. We just having fun.
What Kelvin doing?
Oh, they do be going.
Yo, it's making me proud. It ain't even my chair. I know it ain't my chair either. I got a quiet chair.
Yeah, look, she
said. Got one of the old chairs from church.
There we
Oh
go.
my
Oh,
god, yo,
yeah.
that's hilarious, bro.
Yeah. Nisi,
Yeah.
that was really good. I really enjoyed that. I feel loose now.
Yeah, so do
And I feel
And
more
that's
relaxed too.
now
Yeah.
imagine what I can get y'all feeling like if y'all took a
Exactly.
full class now. Come
Right,
on.
exactly.
Nisi, where you located at? Where you located at? How can people
So
find
I'm in Baltimore, y'all.
you?
So
You sound like you got a Baltimore accent. I'm about to say,
Yeah, she definitely does.
Wait, what
Yo,
part of Baltimore, Nisi?
why are you saying it like that?
No, because we think about coming to visit, but we just got to know from a directional standpoint where you at. Are you near the stadium, or you near Townsend, or you?
Oh, you know it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm right by Morgan. Right by Morgan.
Oh, my niece with the Morgan.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do a
It's
virtual thing then.
It's
So
medium hood. It's medium hood. Ain't that bad? It's medium hood.
Medium hood. I'll take
They have nice
that.
brick houses over there. Heard up, Baltimore.
I'll take that. But no, I'm definitely send them over west. Oh no, Nene, we can't send them over west.
Oh, I ain't going to West Baltimore. I know West. We know West Baltimore.
Oh no!
I used to be in Baltimore once a month back in the day.
Yeah, I watched The Wire. I know.
You ain't gonna lock us up in no abandons. Heard up.
But no, most of my classes are definitely virtual, so you can catch me.
Follow you right now on
anytime.
Instagram. Let me go find you and get on Instagram right now.
Yes.
Nisi on Instagram.
Now Nisi do more than just yoga. Now I told y'all we
What else
got
you do, Nisi?
twerk.
Oh, I want to view that class. I want to view that class. I'll tell you right now. Any kind of way I could cash app singles.
You know what? I'm gonna figure out how we can do that. Yeah, we might want to put that into play.
Listen, I'm just saying. I support the sisters. I paid for many hair weaves and nails and allegedly nursing schools back in the day when I said the Gentlemen's Club of Gleason. On Instagram. I just followed you on Instagram. You on TikTok too? No, I can just do one thing. I can't do it.
TikTok Instagram, YouTube channel will be up this summer. So
okay, let us know because
but I do.
You got 4 supporters right here. As soon as you get your YouTube up.
Okay,
absolutely.
There it up.
Absolutely.
Definitely got you on that one, man. So Nisi, man, this was fun. This was lovely. Tell everybody again we can find you again. Let's hear about you and everything.
Yes, you can find me. So
I'm paying those student loans. That's right. I'm paying those student loans. I support all kind of adult women classes and clubs and stuff.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Love it. Thank you for the love. But yes, www.nisimoves.com. And then for Instagram and TikTok, those are the only social media I'm really on. It's Nisi.moves. So, but you can find everything on my website. I even have like whatever I post on social media on my website. So, yeah, just hit me up.
See, look, all the followers piling up. The thing is, look, you showing that doctors can twerk. You know what I'm saying? Doctors twerk too.
That's what I'm going to change my name to, Dr. Twerk.
Dr. Twerk. Hey, I'm in there. Cash apping tonight. You know what I'm saying? But nah, at least this was dope. This is really fun. I had a good time. Like my neck really is cracked up. I ain't gonna lie, I feel better now. So that
Nisi, we'd be remiss, and after you get off the show, somebody's gonna say, "Oh, we didn't ask her top 5." So sometimes we ask guests their top 5 in hip hop. If you care to do that, I know you're 33 years old, so your list may be a little different. Do you have? First of all, do you like hip hop? And if you do you have a top 5 MCs that you prefer?
I mean,
she like that go-go. She from the DMV.
That's DC. Now we don't do no go-go. But let me see. I don't know. Okay, J. Cole. Who else do I listen to? Kendrick.
Okay.
I know you twerking to whatchamacallit, Cardi B and them.
Right, bitch. We talking like all the time though. Like, right, okay, so twerk songs, yes, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, City Girls, Hot Girl Summer, okay. You got them cheeks popping, but
I'm talking about.
As far as MCs, I'm thinking we gotta be on another level.
All right, yeah, you're right. I distracted you. I'm sorry about that. My mind's in the gutter.
So yeah, I said J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake. I got 2 more. Jay-Z, just because we got the same last name. I used to say he was my cousin back in the day. And Weezy.
Okay, that's a pretty good list. That's a pretty good list. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Listen, everybody follow Nisi on Instagram, Facebook. You on Facebook? No, the Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah.
And Nisi got moves. The sister's a dynamic sister. Like, I love her story. I love her energy. Love that Dr. Carter. You know what I'm saying? Or like that Baltimore accent. Go to the store. To. You know what I'm saying? And she be calling and they call her and they call the avenue, calling the hacks, which is a cab, y'all. But yeah, but now love you, Nisi. Thanks for coming on the show, man. Appreciate you, sister.
Of course, thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right. Good.
I knew it.
All right.
I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew
that's
it.
right.
I knew it. After all the meetings we had, I knew it.
Right.
Still.
I know you can still hear us. Tell all your friends to follow. Let's chop it up. All right.
Word up. And Daniqua, we love you, girl. Don't fight me when I come down there. Yeah. So, but nah, that was dope, man. Like I'm kind of like it was like I got to stretch my neck. I'm not gonna lie. Like y'all guys know very well. Like when COVID, I had something called costochondritis, and I could feel the inflammation here. When I actually stretch it, I could feel it in my spine because the costochondritis sits here on me and it's also on my spine. So I still have inflammation. That feeling that stretching actually helped out. Really feel good. That was dope.
Good.
That was dope. Yeah. And I'm glad more black people get it. That's why I wanted to bring that jewel up because people don't understand yoga came from Africa. I do a lot of things from Africa. You know me, Kelvin. I'm always gonna be pro black.
I know, D. I'm
always gonna know the history of certain things. So the Indians stole that from us. So
I didn't know that. So that's dope, man. Yeah,
all that shit's African first, man. You can go back to look at hieroglyphics, all that kind of stuff like that. They'll show you, man, the teaching that was all black. So I'm glad that we got the sister doing it. 2 kids, doctor degrees, Howard University. And then what did Eagle say?
She said, "Oh, I got time for you."
Oh shit! You're right. Rod be going down to Baltimore, look at his investments and stuff. I don't know if I can ride Rod now. Daniqua might be at the Maryland house waiting on the motherfucker. Man. I ain't fucking with no Daniqua, man. What's that crab spot Rod we went to and shit? I ain't fucking. She might be in the bushes.
Oh man!
Don't pull me into that, D.
I
don't be going down there looking for no problems.
Oh man, you
let me take us out first commercial break, brother. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dawn Kelly, and I'm the founder and CEO of The Nourish Spot, a healthy food and beverage haven in Southeast Jamaica, Queens. Chosen in 2019 as Micro Business of the Year by the U.S. Small Business Administration. My adult children, Jade and Owen Duncan, and I established The Nourish Spot to provide affordable access to healthy produce, to help our neighbors combat chronic diseases, to provide jobs for a diverse community youth. And it's no secret that small businesses play a critical role in the local economy. It's also proven that community is vital to the growth of small businesses. So come, let us nourish you at The Nourish Spot. We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and Saturdays, 10 to 6 p.m.
Shout out to a girl, Nisi Got Moves, Miss Carter, and follow her on Instagram and TikTok, and also follow these four brothers on YouTube, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Let's chop it up. Tell a friend about these four brothers on this YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. And Daniqua, please subscribe. And any comment you say, Daniqua, Sam did it. It's all his fault. If he got the beef with you, I don't fuck with no. I ain't messing with you. Anyhow, let me ask you guys a question. Why do we get into relationships? I really want to know. Anybody want?
I think there's different reasons people get into a relationship, but let's say, I think people do it. I think a lot of times, ironically, I think it's self-serving. Sometimes people just want companionship, experience life with someone else. But I think today relationships are just different the way people look at them. I think they're structured differently. I think people kind of put a lot of safeguards in relationships now. So I think people feel like you get to a certain stage of life where people it's not about love anymore. It's about convenience, where people feel like, you know what, you can help me, I can help you. We can make each other's lives better. I've heard some people say that. They literally got married not because of love, because it's like it'd be financially rewarding for both of us and things. So I think there's different reasons at different stages. I think when people are younger, it's driven primarily by love and or lust or whatever the case is. And then as people change and mature, they feel they need different things. And people realize that love doesn't move the needle exclusively, that there's a bunch of things that come along with being in a relationship. And I think it's become cliche, but people say relationships are work, and I think maybe we should amend it and say relationships take work. I think maybe it's bad to say relationships are work. I think they take work, working on. I've heard some people say the best thing to do is exhaust yourself trying to please the other person, and the other person exhausts themselves trying to please you. You have a good relationship. So I think it just varies.
I think the rent is too damn high now. That's what people.
Dude, you can get right to it, boy. Don't take you.
I'll tell you,
I had that soliloquy. My man was like, "I'll tell you what it is."
No. Think about 2020 broke a lot of motherfuckers up. I know a lot of people that married. They realized they was together because of this rent. They were stuck in the house with motherfuckers. They're like, "Oh shit."
So they didn't have to go to work.
Motherfucker right there anymore.
Yeah.
So that was it. Hey man, a lot of that shit. But go ahead, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, Rodney.
No, it's all right. It's all right. The thing is, obviously, people are getting into relationships and marriages for the wrong reasons, because more than 50% of marriages fail. So obviously, most people are getting into them for the wrong reasons. I think if we're talking about like when we were growing up compared to now, I think there's a huge difference. I think the youth today going into a relationship is so much different. Like, they don't communicate the same way. They don't have the same values as we used to have. And people always talk about, you get into relationships for love. I think most people get into relationships now more for convenience. I do think it's more because of convenience. I think it's because it make maybe bills getting paid easier. They need somebody to help do things for them. So I think that's what people are getting in relationships for today. I think at one time back in the days, when probably we were growing up and our parents growing up, I do believe that people got together for the purpose of love. And they grew together and they built together. That's just how I see it.
Do you think some people just, it was the concept of kind of learning to love one another as well?
I'll be honest, back in the days, like when people found out they wasn't in love, they still stayed together,
Yeah. And the reason I asked, because I've heard people, when I was in grad school, I heard there was this guy from India. Man, he was like, I'm not going to be in class the next 2 weeks. So I'm going to meet my future wife or something. He's like, what you mean meet her? He's like, yeah, it was arranged marriage and I've never met her, but they're getting married. And I was like, wow, so you don't know her no better than we know her? And he's like, no, I've never met her before. And so, but they stay together longer. Like
they arranged marriages do last longer than regular marriages. Absolutely.
You know what? We know why that is, though. A marriage, when you're talking marriage, that's a very intentional type of relationship. You know what I'm saying? You walk in there definitely with a certain intent. You're in there, whether it just be, as we kind of alluded to, you've got the peanut butter, I got the jelly, you know what I mean? Or specifically, it's arranged marriage, a joining of wealth from two families or whatever it is, and prestige and what have you. But the reason why those kind of marriages last is because they are intentional. And I think the point of it is when you enter a marriage, you have to be intentional. We like to say, the communication is the key, yes, and love is important. But if that's, everything there is, you're kind of staggering in and stumbling into a situation that you're ill prepared for, and you're probably going to stagger and stumble your way out. That's why, we marriage, ends in over 50% divorce at this point. No one's going into it with a goal in mind, which is to live together and move together, through life and whatnot, have children or whatever that means to you. So
let me ask you guys this question. So
before you ask the question, let's look at the comments. Let's get the comments.
No, go back to Dana's comments.
Yeah, she had 3 comments. I want to make sure we get those in.
Yeah, Dana says, being friends first is key. Brian is my best friend and the love of my life.
Shout out to my man, Big B.
We feel each other's energy. We compliment each other. There are bumps, but with love, prayer, and positivity, we are golden. All right?
Beautiful.
And she goes on to say, she's on fire. She says, my parents have been through it. 40 years this August, still together. No outside influences or negativity will break their bond. Black love.
That's beautiful.
See, that's what I meant. They've been together 40 years.
Dina said it hurt my back at the strip club. I saw that comment. Jamie didn't bring it up earlier. I saw that shit.
See, it's like what she's saying. Like her parents, they've been together 40 years. The values were different. People were more loyal to each other. They knew how to deal with difficult times and get through it together. Where I think people today are not built like that. I think the younger youth today are more selfish. It's more about them, and they want everything ready-made. That's what hurts them with relationships.
Yeah, and again, that goes hand in hand with the whole kind of stagger into a relationship type of ideal. You know what I mean? They're not really putting a lot of thought into the situation. You just kind of, it's almost like you find yourself falling in love, and you find yourself in love, and you find yourself in a situation. And here you are, but as you move forward, yes, you have to have your best friend, but you still that what's going to keep you together is an intent. You know what I mean? So, you have to sit down and talk to one another. You have to communicate. You know what I mean? That's with intention. You have to share. You have to, move forward and have a plan that includes one another moving forward. And I see that she's, her parents have made it 40 years, and that's just wonderful. And yes, keep all outside influences, negativity outside. You know what I mean? And that is very, very important. I can't stress that.
That's including side chicks.
It's definitely including side chicks.
I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah. The thing is, the side chick is that thing, D, that's probably going to break up your shit. It's probably going to believe it or not.
So you don't recommend it? You don't recommend it?
I wouldn't recommend a side
chick. Not conducive to a good marriage.
No, unless you like family court. But if you like family court, then you go ahead and you get you a side chick.
Great for family court.
Yeah, family court is a very ugly place. It's not very pretty. And another thing, I don't know why the lights are so dim in there. It's very dark in there. I don't know why. It looks like a dungeon.
You can't see them cry. You can't see people cry, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Because everybody in there is crying.
Let me ask you a question. One of my professors told us years ago, he was addressing the class, and he says, nobody can hurt you as bad as your spouse because they know you the best and they love you the most. He said, so let me ask you a question. When it comes to I think it's important for people to kind of know how to argue, how they argue, how you can get an argument, get really heated, and how somebody is able to come back and patch it up. Because one person usually has to come and kind of come back and smooth it over, right? I would assume, let's say you just have a stalemate argument and you just really, at each other, you have to kind of like be humble enough to come back and just like kind of repair it and still know how to move even when you have disagreement. Fair?
Yeah. I'm gonna sum it up for you, Kelvin. Your ego shouldn't be bigger than your relationship. Yep. And that's why those arguments last that long, because nobody wants to forfeit their ego. Right. I mean, the thing is, am I always right? No. Is my wife always right? No. But at the end of the day, what we have is bigger than her ego and my ego put together, and we got to get this right. Whatever the problem is, I know we can fix it.
Got you. I like that. That's well said. That's well said.
When Dina can bring up Dina's comment, and Sean, read Shauna's first. Oh, damn, Sam. All right, get Dina's. Damn, fast tonight, boy.
Dina says, seriously though, I don't want people at my wedding if they are not going to be there for my marriage. Don't come to my wedding ready to eat and drink and then leave a minute later to talk shit.
Fair point.
My circle is small for a reason. Yeah,
Facts.
absolutely.
Facts.
Shauna says, I'm petty and mean, but I don't hit the husband below the belt. And that's very important, Shauna, knowing how to
that's
argue.
Word. That's a deep. That's
how to argue.
Yeah. And women know how to push our buttons, boy. Women can make us fucking crumble so fast, boy.
Yeah.
The thing is, those arguments should never get vicious where you're attacking my manhood and I'm disrespecting you as a woman. That's a totally different level. You know, if you find yourself getting into those type of arguments, you may need to reevaluate that relationship.
Yeah.
Because respect is big in a relationship.
Yo, word.
If I start calling you out your name and you start calling me out my name and all that, then there's something wrong here. There's something serious.
My ex called me a clown. That was the end of it. I swear to God. I said, I don't do clown that shit. You call me a clown. You might as well call me a bitch. And I'm like, I don't do clown shit.
Yeah.
That was over. That was over for me, man. Word up. That was it.
I didn't expect clown to be the breaking point, D. Wow, clown.
It is disrespectful.
Clown is like calling a motherfucker a bitch.
Right. Wow.
Like a man, especially a man, my fucking character. Like, I ain't gonna toot my own horn, but goddamn, a clown. When she took with a family call, I was with some clown ass motherfucker sitting on that bench waiting to be called. That's some clown shit.
He's got a point because she's basically saying, I can never take you serious. You can't take a clown serious.
Right.
Yeah. These ain't jokes.
There's limits to this, boy. I hear you, man. That's right.
Yeah. So I'm sorry about that. Jamie, talk to me, Jamie. What we got going on, Jamie? Let's get because we was wrong. Come on, Jamie. Produce this motherfucker. Let me talk. What you want me to do? All right. Minnesota Police Department will pay out $3.2 million settlement in the Dante Wright family. So remember your guys back at what shooting was this? But last year, I think it was in Minnesota, right after George Floyd. The brother got shot for air fresheners in the window, right? That's what he had in the window. And the cop pulled out thought she had a taser. She pulled out the gun and shot this young brother. So they're going to get $3.2 million for this guy. Damn, I don't even know if that's enough money, bro. Seriously, 3.2.
I don't think you can put enough money on somebody's life. It's just
the lawyer get 33% of that, right?
They get a third, 33 in the third. Yeah, they get a third of it.
Yeah. So damn.
Well, maybe the longer lasting point is that apparently part of the settlement was retraining and all of that other good.
Man, how much more retraining we gonna do? How much more retraining?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, train you not to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying?
No, they're gonna tell you how to avoid the camera.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's a good one, Kelvin.
Let's just
you know what, you get desensitized to it after a while. I think it's sad.
Yeah, Rob, what you about to say?
No, I'm just saying that let's hope that it's just one of many suits that they're going to receive a settlement on. You know, because sometimes it's more than one suit, and that just might be the first one. I'm not sure. I haven't done a lot of research on it, but usually it's more than one settlement.
Okay, Sean is right, and there's not enough money to bring back a life.
It's not. It's not enough money.
But $230 million.
You know, but you know what's crazy? And I can only imagine thinking about that. And I didn't think about it till now. Whatever you even buy with that money, how do you feel about it?
I know. You can start a foundation and try to help
maybe something like that. But even if you bought a house, I mean, it'd be like that. This house was for the blood of my loved one. Or just, you know what I'm saying? It's just it just doesn't feel right, man.
Yeah. You rather have them there.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel right. It's like, you know.
No, go ahead.
No, it's just like they put it's like a cash value. I was saying earlier, it's like black people just insured. It's like cattle. It's like, all right, we knock one off, you know, let's just pay somebody out, you know? And it's tragic, man. It really is. And I feel like from the time we've started this podcast that we've been doing this, I don't think there's a month that goes by where we don't cover something like this. And it's sad, man. It's daunting. It is.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Anyhow, transgender woman swimming barred from female competition. Remember this woman? I forgot her name. What's her name again?
Yeah, Leah, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, she's barred because now I think the law she have to be transgendered or recognized before a certain age. I'm kind of for me, and I know the trans world on me. I know it's gay pride month and all that. I'm not with them competing against women. I'm sorry to say, I'd rather them compete against their own. It's not like a race thing. Oh, when somebody try to compare, they like blacks in baseball. That's something different. That's human to human, man to man. That's something different. No, that was a skin thing. We talking about more testosterone competing and stuff like that. Rod, don't give us that COVID over the screen, goddammit. First COVID transmission over this goddamn screen.
I'm gonna try to keep that shit over here.
I mean, sorry. My producer Jamie, make sure I said it clear. All transgenders, not just her. It's banned. Sorry, new rule.
Well,
I think it.
Go ahead, Kelvin.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rod. I just think, and Rodney had mentioned this when the story first broke. I just think realistically it's an unfair advantage, and I don't think it should be allowed. And I'm glad they finally addressed it.
I think they took too long to address it. Should have never been doing it in the first place.
Free their own lane, Jamie said.
The bottom line is, I did say in the previous time we talked about this topic, I said he's a cheater. To me, he's not an athlete or a competitor because he wants to compete in a world where he has complete advantage. You know, here's a person that basically was rated very low when he was competing against men, and then all of a sudden now he's the number one swimmer competing against females. It should have never happened in the first place.
Yeah, and I don't understand why you would want that. Why would you even want that?
I don't know who would want that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you grown and you in 10th grade, be like, I want to go and play the 5th graders, you know, and I'm better than all of them. Like what's I associate with being a 5th grader, so I want to play against them. Like what does that do for you?
No, well, actually, it's a weakness. That's what it is. You just want to be dominant. That's what it is.
Dina, explain the tough topic. What you mean? I want to hear some comments on it. What you mean tough topic, Dina?
Yeah, it sounds like that's a concession that she says she saw it as an easy target. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't agree with it. I'm glad that they're gonna have their own sports. I will listen, I ain't gonna lie, I will support it because we said we didn't want to see them in women. I will support that. I ain't gonna be mad at it. It's like I think they should have their own sports. It's like the handicap Olympics stuff.
Yeah, Dina says that's like really having a Joanna man in WNBA.
Exactly. You imagine you'd have been playing against like a lot. Yeah. Like Dina played college ball. Imagine Elijah one coming down there. Charles Barkley, Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Just putting up
100 points a game, right?
You know what I'm saying? It's just not fair, man.
Now I feel bad for all the young ladies and the women athletes who were passed over and who were who were taken advantage of during this time while they finally figured this out. Before common sense finally kicked in, you know what I mean? So they'll never get that way. Dina says, no way I'm gonna play against a transgender, and I'm gonna let them post me up. I use my elbows for a reason.
Dirty player.
I'm really shocked that women didn't protest this, and they should have refused to compete.
Thank you,
if they had to walk away,
they had some women. Oh, you mean walk away? I got what you're saying.
Yeah, they shouldn't have competed. They would have said, as long as he's allowed to compete, we're not swimming. That would have made this stop immediately.
Yeah. I never understood that either, Rodney.
I never understood why they didn't.
I understand it. I'm gonna tell you why. Because that community has a way of trying to intimidate people whenever you disagree with them. I'm just being honest with you. That community is unforgiving, and every time. So I think the people probably were afraid to be labeled.
They cancel everybody.
Right. So that's the only reason, because you're right. They should. It's unfair. They should have been able, but people don't want to say anything, because if you talk about that community in any way other than something complimentary, you are deemed person that's just totally hating or negative or protesting against them or something like that, or being prejudiced. That's what it is.
Well, I do believe that most of the time common sense will prevail. And if, like I said, if those women had to refuse to compete and shut those events down, guess what? The organizers would have came to their senses very quickly and said, we got to get this competition going. She's got to be out of here. We can't have this. We can't have this whole thing shut down.
Right. Yeah. They would have had no choice. They would have had
no choice.
Yeah.
All they had to do was stick together. That's all they had to do.
And I think, and that's the key, Rodney. They would have had to, but unfortunately, you have I think part of it, and I could be wrong, but women in sports is such a tenuous thing anyway. I think they kind of when they get in, I think women more than men saw the men really look at it as an opportunity to showcase themselves and get access to something. And I think many probably weren't willing to give that up or take that opportunity to take that chance, So they just kind of got along to get along.
I want to be clear that we're not hating on no LGBTQ, no transgender, just for the sake of sports. We're competing against women and young girls. I just think it should be in their own lane, and I want them to compete and have sports, just like we said before with the Special Olympics and all that kind of stuff like that. There's certain things. Special Olympics, you don't see the hand. Like imagine a able person competing in the Special Olympics. It's just not right. That's the only thing. That's the only thing we're trying to say before somebody get on us.
I think most people feel the way we feel. I do. Yeah. I really do.
No, I don't want them. I don't want them letter people coming after us. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What Damien said? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut that off. What Damien said?
Yeah, Damien says if they refuse to compete, they all would have been labeled transphobic, and that could impact their families and their treatment in everyday life. Yeah, I mean, listen, let's be honest.
But Rod, that's what Rod was saying. To Rod's point, that's what he said. I mean, Kelvin's point that they'll come after you if you do something against them. So.
And then you know what the women should have did? They should have reversed it on them and saying that they're being taken advantage of because they're women. Right. That's what they should have did. They said, "Listen,
reverse it on."
Yeah, reverse it. Switch it right back on their ass. No, this is a woman's sport, and you're trying to take it away from us because we're women.
Yeah.
Well, Shauna said something too.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of bravery to do that because she mentioned that Shauna also says, also sometimes it's their only chance to compete. If they pull out, they lose their standing, and that's the key. It would have taken a lot.
That is true.
Yeah, it's true, and it would have taken a lot of unity on that. You know what I mean?
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's so unfair because that's somebody infiltrating their sport. Their sport is already in place. The rules are already in place. It's already intact, and now you come into it. And I can't, it bothers me like that. I used to say with football, there's always one female that wants to be the kicker or something like that. It's a men's football league. Start a female football league, whatever. So if you're transgender, good. Everybody that's transgender, start your own league, because what you've done is there's another lane, right? We grew up where it was men and women. Now you're saying now it's different, right? There's another league. There's another. It's no longer you can't check male or female in the box. Whatever that new box is, then you have a league for that. That's just it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Because all the cosmetic stuff you do, you can't change the inside.
No,
I just don't think you can change the inside. I'm sorry. You got male lungs. Period. I don't care what you say. You got male lungs.
You got male bone structure. You got
male. That's it.
Muscle mass. It's a lot of different stuff there that doesn't change that much. Just because you feel you want to identify with something else, that doesn't change your physical ability.
That's right. And that's an unfair advantage. In competition, there should be parity in competition.
And then the other thing is too, like, okay, you want to be transgender, that's your business, that's fine. But then now to go in and just solely disrupt somebody else's career as a result of it, that's really unfair. That's really unfair. It shows that you don't care about anybody other than just what you feel.
Yeah, I think they're all just figuring it out. You know what I mean? This is a pivotal moment culturally with regard to that. So we're all kind of figuring it out.
I want to make sure we got Damien's comment. What did Damien say? And then we can move on.
Yeah, Damien says, but the slogan. She says if they refuse to compete, they would have been. He did
that. There was another one.
I hear this, but the slogan is trans women are women, so their argument just intensifies. So I don't know. That's up to women. I think women have to deal with that. With among themselves, it's kind of like me as a man. I can't define what a woman is. You have to need to define for themselves what a woman is. So we have to step back on that.
Speaking of somebody that supported the transgender population, Andrew Gillum, former candidate from Florida, governor facing federal charges. I'm just saying he was a strong supporter. We know that, but anyhow, Andrew Gillum, they allegedly took money from his campaign to a third party, funneling it back to himself. Also lied to the feds when he made a statement, and now he's getting brought up on these charges. Thoughts on this brother that really let us down?
Other one bites the dust. I mean, it just seems like it's the same pattern, and I don't know why people work their entire lives to try to get to this position. And then the enticements, what it's going to be. It just doesn't make sense. And so now your whole legacy is completely shot. And it just happens. It's so redundant, and that's why people can't stand, politics and politicians. People can't stand ministers and clergy and whatever, because people see the same patterns of greed and things. And I mean, whatever your enticements are, you got to try to safeguard yourself from certain things, really. And it's just, you just have to ask yourself, is it worth it? And then the other thing is, if you say you want to serve the people, how do you feel with taking the money from the people? People literally supported your campaign. Do you really just feel like, you're entitled to just take that and just squander people's money like that? It's just it's reprehensible.
And I gave money to this crackhead.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you should feel right. And what, because you believed in the person's mission, right? And now to do that, and I think there's just no way of getting around that. It's just shameful. It just is. And I mean, listen, I don't believe anybody's infallible. But certain things you just can't blow that. You just can't, and stuff. So I'm disappointed too, because the brother, came along and just seemed to have such a presence, and then all of a sudden it's just gone like that.
Yeah. I was a big supporter of Andrew Gillum, right? I believe very much in the brother when he was running in Florida and everything. Huge supporter, used to watch him on TV constantly, right? This was a huge disappointment for me, and these scandals are just constantly continuing to mount up with the drugs, sexual preference, embarrassing his family. Now he's got a Fed case. Andrew Gillum is the reason that I had completely lost faith in politics, and I don't usually tell people that, but I'm saying it today, because what he showed me was that the way he disguised himself and hid from everybody who he truly was, to me, that was scary. So that makes me believe that basically anybody can pull the wool over your eyes. So Andrew Gillum was just a huge disappointment to me, just a massive disappointment. But I can only imagine how his family feels,
Oh, his poor wife.
You know what it helps me do? It makes me actually even appreciate the Obamas more. It does. As time goes on, I actually have more and more respect for them, just to see, because we had so much faith in them, and the fact that they didn't steer the train off the track and still keep growing and going is just we needed that. I'm telling you.
The Obamas knew from day one how critical it was to leave that office clean, to leave no dishes in that kitchen sink when they left. That was their number one legacy when they were in politics, and I commend the Obamas for that. But this shit with Andrew Gillum, this is just some next level shit. And like I told you, he's the one that made me lose complete faith in politics.
Yeah, the Obamas really brought grace back to the conversation. You know what I mean, with regard to politicians and just being gracious leaders. Right. And and they were a great standard. And it just kind of, and then what we're seeing is people falling short of the standard. I think I mentioned earlier, politicians politicking. You know what I mean? I'm to the point. I'm like you, Rodney. I've lost faith long ago. All right, in politicians. But I actually am getting to the point where I start wondering, are you, how if how far you get is determined by how much dirt someone has on you. You know what I mean? Maybe they can, so if you have to stay in line, otherwise we can expose you and get rid of you sometime. I mean, that's how little I have little faith I have in politicians at this point. You know what I mean?
I only have faith in one person. I'm counting on this sister, Stacey Abrams. Seriously, so far they could have been those Republicans didn't come after it back then. I'm just hopefully she stands silent. Hopefully she ain't got no crazy shit in her closet, man.
And we have a politician that comes on regularly that's running right now that we believe in too.
Ron is solid. I introduced him to some older people out there. They're gonna back him now. That's in the community leaders. They realize how solid that dude is.
Now, do you think this is fair? Do you think sometimes people start off with good intentions and then it just get caught up in politics?
I think some do, and I think some do start off with good intentions, and somewhere along the line, they just take advantage of situations, so yeah, but I think there's some inherent need or driving force for everyone. And sometimes that's money and prestige and power, and then they kind of justify it for saying, hey, look at all this good that I can do, if I can just move forward. But what they really want is what they want, and I think that applies to this brother, Andrew Gillum.
I think the politics game is so dirty that even if you come in with the right intents, they won't allow you to stay with good intent. They won't allow it because you need this one to help you get this done. They want something. You got to help. This one has to help you get this. They want something. They just won't allow the game to be clean. So the thing is, nobody can stay clean. Yeah. No matter how good your intents are, they are going to force you up against the wall.
Yo, real quick before we go, because we have a few minutes. This is another politician here. Well, allegedly think he's a politician. GOP Senator nominee Herschel Walker admits to having 2 more secret children. Now he says he has 4 kids total. This bumbling fucking idiot. I'm sorry, man. I have nothing to say about this. Go ahead, y'all go ahead. And also, before I'm gonna also make sure y'all understand, Herschel Walker, while on the Travis and Buck show, said to this week on Tuesday, I think it was, that Stacey Abrams should go live in another state. And we have 51 more to choose from.
He said 51 more states.
Yeah, so I guess we have 52 states totaling. So,
wow.
Any thoughts on this asshole?
I think that's why it makes it worse, because he's critical and he just comes across to be very, very ignorant, very judgmental. And so when you are judgmental like that, and then you do something like this, and something you get exposed, people are gonna come down with the hammer, and that's the thing. So once you judging other people,
he says,
just throw his dumb ass Lord wasn't the bad hairpiece.
Yeah, he's been holding on to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have only one word to describe Herschel Walker. He's stupid. That's basically what he is. He's fucking stupid. I mean, this is not a very intelligent man, and he shouldn't open his mouth. My grandmother always used to say that nobody will know how stupid you are until you open your mouth. And he is the definition of that. As long as he keeps talking, he's going to keep showing you how dumb he is.
What are the 52 states? Please, I wish somebody would ask him, Herschel, what are the other states?
But see, D, the thing is, he's a puppet.
Yeah, he is a puppet.
And they have him propped up for that, and so they're going to cover all of those mistakes. But they put like this: the reason he's in there, he's doing what they want him to do.
Correct.
Herschel Walker lives at Candyland in Django.
No, he's the black Trump, bro. He's the black Trump, man. He's just too. He's a perfect puppet. You're probably right.
The problem?
He's a perfect puppet because he's so idiotic, bro.
This is the problem, and everybody that's black knows this. When they are done with you, there's only one landing place: the black community. That's it. When they are done with you, it's this is the place that will take you back, and you making it hard. You burning that bridge.
No,
and Herschel Walker said made a comment about black men being absentee fathers, and he's hiding kids.
Yeah.
See? There you go. That comes up now, right?
Yeah, and the thing, and that's the most misnomer unknown, because they said the most men and most involved in their family. The data just came out this week is black men most involved with their kids. Black men. Ain't that some shit? The data shows that black men of any race in the United States, black men have more relationship with their kids than anybody else. So on today. So I wish I had the article, so I'd have told you which article people could go read it, but people probably Google that. What Jamie said, Stacey Dash. Stacey Dash ain't back. Man, we don't want her back.
Nah,
we don't want her back. She can stay over there. Yeah, she can stay
over there. If we're going to make a trade, we take her over Herschel.
No trade.
No trade. That's it.
Nope.
Nah,
they can't come to the. No, we can't let these people come back. They got to let.
What happened to Candace Owens?
No, she don't even want to come back. She don't want to come back.
They don't want to either. I haven't heard from her in a long time.
That's true.
They used her up already, dog. They used her. They flushed her already, bro. She's flushed. Man. They done with her.
They can't come to the cookout. No way.
Nope. They're gonna bring that raisin ass potato salad.
No, dude, I don't want them to bring nothing. I don't even want them to bring the barbecue chicken. Don't come.
They'll bring the wrong size red cups. They bring the little tiny red cups. They won't bring the right shit.
Oh,
Then we gotta put a barbecue with black barbecue out red cups. Goddamn.
Yeah,
Gotta have that shit.
Don't bring barbecue chicken to the cookout, period, man. Barbecue chicken is meant to be cooked at the cookout. Don't bring it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right, Derik.
And then the chicken still look wet when they get there.
Ah,
And the chicken tastes like wood.
Bring the chicken to my barbecue. That's all that matters.
On that note, y'all, thanks for rocking out with us for these 2 hours, man. Shout out to our guest, Dr. Carter. Nisi got moves, man. I want to say peace, and peace.